boom, alakablam, alakazam. What's up, everybody? You're watching the Spaceman right here on Spaceman Reviews. And you can also follow me over on BitChute as the Iron Patriot. That's right. Get all your political commentary, no holds barred. We tell it like it is. And, well, let's get on with today's video. So, a lot of you newbies out there, I mean young people out there, probably don't know who Elvira is. She is an old cult TV show hostess, I guess, if you will. Loved by millions of fans, had a huge following base. Well, I guess that is until now. So the whole thing going on with Joe Rogan and Spotify and all these washed up old musicians that are taking down their music off of Spotify, decided to keep Joe Rogan and not censor. But make no mistake, people, Spotify does censor. They censor all the time. It's almost like YouTube. But Joe Rogan does the ultimate thing, the thing you never do. And that is apologize. Because the left, they don't take apologies. But what happens is the support you had from the other side, you lose that support too when you apologize. You never apologize. Especially with stuff that you know you're right. Spaceman never apologizes. Because I rarely make any mistakes. If I do, then I will. You know, I'm not perfect. But on subjects when it comes to, say, vaccines, ivermectin, stuff like that, I won't apologize for. I know what I know, and there it is. Well, Joe Rogan went out and said, well, he's going to lighten up on his podcast and blah, 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 blah. And, well, see, that's what I expect from Joe Rogan. See, it's like he's never changed. He comes out, he talks a tough game, even though he was completely right on the subject of ivermectin and vaccines, because he came down with the coof, and he got advice from Dana White, which they were bashing Dana White, and they took a simple remedy of ivermectin, and the guy made a really quick comeback. He made a quick comeback, and he was back to work the next day. And the left is on fire. They can't stand it. Democrats are pissed off, freaking out. And one by one, we're seeing the stars come out of the woodwork, attacking Joe Rogan. And, well, we just have another one into the mix. And it's pretty disappointing, really. Because, I mean, we just found out recently that Elvira was a lesbian. But who gives a shit? The chick was hot. I mean, she's pretty old now, but, you know, done up in the makeup and everything. But now she went on to start trashing the fans. You know, the majority fans are going to be people that are on one side of the spectrum. So, here we go. We're going to take a look at some of her tweets. She says, Elvira says, I stand with musicians and artists, not with quacks and hacks, meaning, I guess, Rogan, and us basket of deplorables out there, Trump supporters. This cause is close to my heart. Says, remove the Joe Rogan podcast from Spotify now. It's time for Spotify listen to its user. What, listen to its users? Who the hell listens to Neil Diamond? Who the hell listens to all these washed up fucking rag bands? Our users and our demands. Demands? You know who makes demands, people? Are fucking terrorists. Spotify must be a space for sharing ideas. Oh, okay, for sharing ideas? Stories and music? Not hate, angry, bigot. What was the bigotry for someone's opinion on vaccines, even if it's negative? It's their opinion. But it's sharing ideas as long as it's not an idea against yours, right? Against the collective. That's not sharing, and that is bigotry. Oh, you're okay to share your ideas as long as it's in our side, but the other side are not allowed to have any opinions whatsoever. You're not, when it comes to vaccines, people, you're not supposed to do your own research. You're not supposed to question the science. Even though I would ask, where's the science? But I'm not going to get into vaccines. That's not why I'm making this video. You can follow me on BitChute to totally get my views and totally get a lot of information on these totally legitimate vaccines. So she goes, regarding fans, who are leaving me because they prefer disinformation over the truth. What is disinformation? Well, I'll tell you people what disinformation is. Disinformation is information that is not in compliance or agreement with the left. That's disinformation. If it goes against what Joe Biden says or the totally legitimate Dr. Fauci, then it's disinformation. When did that happen? When did that happen? When did we become a communist country? I don't think so. This is fucking America. What this bitch fails to realize, her fucking career only exists because of you and me, everybody. She says, over the truth. What is the truth, huh? What is the truth? Because Fauci is repeating all this stuff that the spaceman has been saying on his BitChute channel. It says now the whole thing is collapsing around him. And the real threat right now is that the Republicans are going to take the Senate and the House. And they know there's no way they're going to be able to stop it. I mean, you got truckers versus mandates. You got the Canadian convoy, the Freedom Convoy, so to speak. And they're knocking down on Trudeau's door. And truckers are very powerful, man. Get out there, support your truckers. But she's like, over truth? All I can say is it's time to clean house and separate the class from the trash. Oh, I see. So what do you mean clean house? You mean execute? Execute the what? Trump supporters? The unvaccinated? Listen, people, if you want to take the vaccine, all power to you. You do make the choice you want to make. But me, I'm just a simple guy, man. I don't go into any of this crap. Not when you have Bill Gates saying shit like depopulation through mass vaccination. You want to take the vaccines. All I say is, know why you're taking it. Have a good reason. And understand what you're really doing before you just jump into it. Because once you get that needle in your arm, there ain't no coming back. Just you should do, and I'm asking you should maybe think about it before you just act. They don't want you to think about it. They just want you to go do it like mindless sheep. And I just don't think that's the way to go about it. Not for a virus that has 99.98% survival rate. I mean, that's almost perfect. And I just think running out and getting jabbed up with stuff that's still in its developmental phase isn't the way to go. I don't see any benefits from that. But like I said, I'm not going to get into that. But yeah. She goes, so she just called the majority of her fans trash, and she says bye-bye. Elvira also says on this tweet that for the people who call this censorship, would it be okay if I had a podcast inviting experts to encourage people to drive drunk? Yeah. We don't have to agree with it, but we're not asking people to execute those people for having their opposing opinion that we don't agree with. You can say dumb shit. Don't mean you should be censored but you're going to set yourself up for criticism. But why isn't it, I just find it funny. Why I find it funny, why isn't Fauci put on the spotlight and put up for debates? If he is totally legitimate, the man of science, okay? All right? Like he claims to be, amongst other things, then why won't he debate? You got a lot of doubters out there, okay? And I'm just looking at it from the outside. Just old basic, just dumb old me. If this guy is saying that the virus is dangerous, that you need all these vaccines, need to wear the mask, then why doesn't he let experts debate him so he could gain our confidence, answer the questions, and get our confidence? Not just simply do as I say. I never saw this asshole before. But then it's like when I did research on this guy, I found a lot of people died from this guy. And it's like I just kind of get a little squirrely if you do. If he's saying, well, you got to take this and don't ask any questions. No. Personally, my science teacher would have failed Fauci on a lot of things. But anyway, that's that. If I crash and kill myself, big deal. It's my problem. How about the people you kill or injure? Okay. So what she's basically saying is you should be a bigger person and stop thinking about your freedom, your voice, your opinion, and only do what we tell you to do. I got a problem with that. See, I'm an individual. I'm an American. I'm not going to give that up because the left wants to panic, because all these lefty fucktards out there, they want to live under the government, more government regulation. That's a problem. That's not what this country was built for. It was built against that, to be a country for the people, by the people. And the government's supposed to represent the people, not dictate to them. Thought that, only blondes could be airheads, right? Nah, that has nothing to do with the hair color, people. And this is why people should undergo like some sort of like psych evaluation in order to vote. You know, people like this idiot voting, if they can't pass the test, then they shouldn't be able to vote. Yeah, like, well, what do you think about the people who vote for Trump? Would you A, murder them, B, censor them and murder them, and if they answer any of that, then it's like that's a bad check. To be a voter, you have to accept, if someone else is just going to vote for somebody else that you don't even agree with. I don't have any problem with people who vote for Biden. I have a problem if elections are rigged. And I'm not naming any elections. I'm just saying the basic. She says, how about the people you kill or injure in the other car? Basically, like, well, you get sick and you're not vaccinated, you're going to spread it to other people. That makes you a murderer. No, it's not. No, it doesn't. Do they matter to you at all? No. I don't stop to think about other people other than myself and my family. Look, COVID is going to be here with us forever. FYI, everybody out there has made other people sick at one time or another. And other people out there have made you sick at one time or another. So it's kind of childish and kind of, it doesn't make much sense if you're just standing around pointing a finger at it and blaming each other. Well, you made me sick. You made me sick. It's just what happens. It's just what happens. Nobody's a murderer. You can't stop it. There's no controlling us. because COVID and the variants are just pretty much like the cold, which is why there are no vaccines for the cold, because it just keeps popping out different variants. But I'm not going to get into that. You can check me out on, here we go. Just reload this here. There we go. They want me to sign in. Yeah, that's right, people. I'm not on Twitter. I'm never going to be on Twitter. As you can see, you can tell why I wouldn't be on Twitter. So, yeah. So she goes, why is it when you spark a debate with others who don't agree with you? No, that's just the thing. AOC don't want to debate nobody. Biden won't debate nobody. If you watch the debates between him and Trump, they totally give all the advantage to Biden and totally block out Trump. They don't want debates. They can't handle debates. Just like Fauci won't debate anybody, but he's supposed to be the leading expert. What makes him an expert? All those degrees he bought and paid for sticking on his wall? And then he got this bitch here trashing on her fans. She wouldn't be shit. She would be a trailer park whore if it wasn't for the fans. The fans made this bitch famous. It's kind of messed up in a way right now for all of us, because we grew up with watching all these movies, all these shows, listening to all this music, and you listen to you grow up listening to Twisted Sister and Kiss and all them singing about battling the authority, and then they turn around and they're all taking it up the wazoo from the government. They're just total government puppets. It's just it's very disappointing. And wow, Elvira is just totally probably lost 70% of her fan base because she just called him trash and pretty much said what Arnold says: screw your freedom. And that's not very American-like. You can't. Nobody's perfect. And it's like I said, if you feel safe to take the vaccine, probably the majority that were going to take the vaccine have already taken it. But if you feel the dire need to take it, you give in to your fears, you got to do what you got to do. It's not in my place to tell you to take it or not to take it. Just, make sure you know why you're doing it. And make sure you understand it. Are you doing the right thing? That's it. I'll leave it at that. Anyway, people, God bless all of you out there. God bless this country. God bless all them truckers out there in that freedom convoy. Help and give all the support you can. Crazy times we're living in, people. Anyway, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Be safe. Stay safe. And I will catch you on the next one. Good night. Oh, boy.